In this episode, I finally asked the question everyone's been asking me to ask.
And on the flip side, we have a jam-packed buyer cell. It's finally nice enough to open the windows. We talk about Wally the emotional support alligator, Dave and Buster's, box tops, cheese pulls, and the mayor of LA with one of the weirdest tweets of all time. Mike, hit the music. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. So you're back. We're better than ever. Nothing will ever stop us from recording this episode, even if we have to get help from the police to get home and record, which maybe that did have a hand today. Maybe it didn't. Maybe we'll find out later. I'm doing great. Hope you all are as well. Mike, how are you? How are things?
What another day. What a great day to record an episode of the Funny Business Podcast. And like you said, Matt, nothing can stand in our way of recording an episode, whether that is via video, via audio, via pigeon carrier. We are here and we are still going strong after episode 211 today. But Matt, it's good to see you, buddy.
It's great to see you. It's been a day, but that's the great part about recording days is we just get to come home, get to unwind, we get to take our pants off. Have a glass of water, maybe a beer, whatever we want. Maybe get crazy and have some like orange juice. Ooh. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever had orange juice before the podcast?
No.
Did we ever do a morning recording?
We have. That's when you rolled out of bed and you were still trying, like you literally rolled out of bed to hop onto the podcast to record.
Yes. That's right. You know what else was funny? Well, I guess you were working. But even during the pandemic, like we always just recorded like the same time all the time.
I mean, we still do technically.
Yeah, we still do. But now we have jobs. But I'm saying like during the time we were like, and I guess you had a job.
I still had a job.
Yeah, I guess I was the unemployed one.
Oh boy, I mentioned to somebody at work the other day because obviously still new in the job, about a month in, and I asked them, I said, did you guys have like arrows to point in the direction in which the flow of traffic should go in? She's like, oh yeah, like we had the stickers down. She goes, oh my goodness, that was 4 years ago. I said, yeah. I said, it was 4 years ago. And she goes, it felt like it was yesterday. I'm like, I know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, sorry, Matt. Hey, it all worked out, right?
It did. We're happier and healthier than ever.
That's the way to look at it, the glass half full, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Matt, let's just jump right into it, shall we?
Yeah.
So many times I have a news article, a very unique news article that I typically like to bring out. There has been many scenarios in which we have talked about, like last week, a voodoo doll, a whoopee cushion, and denture powder among bizarre trash plucked from New Jersey beaches. We've talked about sex dolls being as spectators in sports arenas. That's a throwback for you. Matt, when we first started this episode, when we first started this show in April of 2020, Matt, you were single.
How did I know you were going to say that? That's so uncalled for.
Matt was unemployed. Matt was single.
Thank you.
Matt was still living with his parents.
Yeah, I was uglier. I smelled horrible. My facial hair was a mess. I was drinking at 2 o'clock every day.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No, it wasn't a bad thing, but still.
So around that time, and as I was thinking about this before going on the show, I had a step back moment. I was like, whoa, this is weird. So at the time of that April when we first started, Jen and I were dating in a year and about a month. And to me, that throws me off completely. Well, as Matt knows, and finally all the things have been crossed off the list. 211 episodes later, I can finally say that Jenna and I are finally engaged.
Hey. Woo! For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, as nobody can deny.
And it comes to prove that you could be a white dude running a podcast and still have the love of your life be engaged.
Facts. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for the both of you. I love you both. I was shocked. I did not know what was happening. Mike went to FaceTime me multiple times as I was driving. And the first time when you called, April was in the car with me. She's like, should I like call him back and see if everything's okay? I was like, no, he's fine. Yeah. And then as I was pulling into my apartment, like you FaceTime me and I was like, what? And then you literally just show me your hand. And my jaw just dropped. Yeah.
I introduced Matt. I said, have you met my new fiance? And then Jenna was holding the hand with the ring on the finger. And Matt, your mouth dropped.
It did. I was not expecting that.
I will say you have earned the honor of being the best reaction of people we FaceTimed with.
Nice. Okay, I'm glad. I like that. Yes. Yes. It was funny, and I knew it was probably happening at some point. I didn't know when. I knew it was going to happen, but I had an idea, but I was not expecting it then and there.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, we had an ice cream date when we became boyfriend and girlfriend. That's kind of how we settled it, was over a cup of ice cream. And we decided that 5 years later, we thought we would take our relationship to the next chapter by, you guessed it, another cup of ice cream. So the funniest thing about this whole situation was that I had to make it as not as planned, but as planned as possible. Matt knows, as much as Jenna knows, as much as everyone knows, is once I have a plan, I don't delineate. I have to stay on it. The little pull back behind the curtain, because obviously I would like to keep it towards our family and friends, is that Jenna actually changed the ice cream place in which we were going to originally. So we had one place we were going to originally, and then she goes, it's too cold. Let's go to this place. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It worked out so well. There was only like 2 people there and they were just about finished up. So there was nobody in there in terms of stage fright. But like, they're kind of lingering. And I said to myself, I'm like, I'm still going to do it. But like, if it was like a nice summer day like today, a spring day like today, I would have probably chickened out. But then what also happened too, Matt, which is something that I did not talk to you as of yet. We were just about getting our ice cream and we just sat down. Bruno Mars's Marry You came on.
Nice.
Not even planned. I will be honest, none of this was planned, but the song was on and I'm like, okay, God is telling me that I have to do this. Mm-hmm. Like, there is no turning back. You have to do this. So luckily enough, I was able to say a few nice things and then pull out the ring, and Jenna had no surprise that I had no idea, I should say, that I had the ring, and she said yes, thankfully.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't know that part.
We after that, we went to our church community group. We went to Weiss, and then grocery store for those who are out of the area. Mm-hmm. And then we went home, cooked dinner, and I think it was about like 9:00 at night before everything settled down, because it's just like the adrenaline and all that that came about with it. So it was crazy.
So I have some questions.
You said to me that you have some hot takes, but
so
questions.
Yeah, we'll get to those. I just have some questions about like the day of, just what was going through your mind. Just
I'm ready.
If you don't mind. Okay. First question: how much sleep did you get the night before?
I woke up hungover because it was the day before it was a wedding. I shouldn't say wedding, but it was like wedding part 2 / reception. Like, it was her sisters and brother-in-law, now soon to be my brothers and sisters-in-law. Crazy.
Yes.
So I slept well. I would say that the point in which I got nervous in terms of like what avoided my, let's just say, like what avoided my habits. So when I was about to leave to go to the car, I told Jenna, hey, I need to go pick up a bottle of water, because I don't know, per habit, I like having a bottle of water after I have some really thick ice cream. Mm-hmm. So I went back in, I grabbed a bottle of water, I went to the safe. I opened up the safe. I pulled out the ring. I kept the safe door open, which is usually I close it. And then the back door was unlocked.
Oh, nice. Sick. That ties into my second question. How many times did you check your pockets from the time you picked it up to the time you did it, just to make sure you still had the ring?
When I picked it up from the jeweler?
No. Like when you had it, to ask the question, how many times did you just check your pockets? Like, okay, it's still there.
Once.
Okay,
and
that's good.
The only time it was we had to get gas. So we were at the gas station. Of course, I was at the pump and Jenna was the passenger. So I kept like looking behind my shoulder to see if she was looking. So the question I wanted to know was, which side do I have to open it? So when I pull it out of my pocket, because it was a unique case too. There was a really nice case that came with a light on the inside of it, which was spectacular. It was too big. So they gave me a smaller, thinner box. So that way there wasn't a big bulge out of your pants. So I wanted to make sure whatever side I opened with, I wasn't going to struggle in trying to open it on the wrong side. So once.
That's smart. Okay, that's good. I only have two more. Did you ever think about putting the ring in the ice cream?
Someone, was it her grandmother? I think her grandmother said, "Oh, well, did he put it in the ice cream?" And I was like, "No, that's gross."
So my only thought was like putting the cherry on top, like you put the ring on top. Yeah.
No, it was too sparkly and too shiny and too gorgeous for me to put it in ice cream, let alone food. So
okay, that's fair. What kind of ice cream did you both have?
See, this is the part where I say I will black out because I had something peanut butter. I have to check a selfie because
okay. All right.
Nope.
This is a two-part question. I'll let you finish first. And you might not know the answer to this if you blacked out, but
oh my god, I don't even know what Jenna has. I'm literally looking at
You definitely don't know the second part of this question then.
Okay, go ahead. Give it.
How long did it take you to pick out what flavor ice cream you wanted?
Not that long.
No?
No, I think it was like 10 seconds. I saw peanut butter. I'm like, yep, that's it.
He just went with the first thing so you didn't have to like stumble and be like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you sweating?
I was watching Cops. I will say I was pretty cool as a cucumber, let me tell you. Like where I thought things would go wrong was I wanted to be in front of the ice cream shop because there was a nice little window in the front. But then she's like, "Oh, let's go in the back where the high top tables are." I'm like, "But I wanted to be in the front." Like I think that was the only time I like disagreed with it. And she goes, "Okay, well, let's go in the back." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." Luckily enough, like even the person who was working that day went in the back and was working in the back. So it was empty. I rented out the whole place, Matt. I rented
cool. That's smart.
Completely.
That's smart. Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
I tried. That's even crazy after you guys switched places. You did it that quick. That's
quick. Well, I will say the funniest thing about that is when she switched the places, when we agreed to switch, it ended up being that I double checked to see what it looked like because we have never been there before. So the first time we ever went was the time I asked the question to be engaged. So it's at I was at this ice cream place and I literally Googled it to make sure what the inside looked like. Did it look like it was the outside? Was it like a shed and then it had like a park bench or it had like a picnic table? Or was it this like nice ice cream shop with like the windows and then you had like the flavors in the front with the glass display case? Luckily, it was the latter.
That's good. That's cool. Those are the questions I have. How is life since the proposal?
Great question, Matt.
Thank you.
I will say a lot of planning has already started.
Okay.
We've already kind of curated a draft of a guest list already.
Nice.
So we were kind of like a week in and we had some traveling to do to pay respects. And John's like, "Do you want to use a guest list?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah. I mean, you know, we might have to revisit it, but I'll see it." So we kind of have a rough number, just kind of looking around, see what's happening. But I will say, from the guy's perspective, it's a little more boring than the girl's perspective when that happens. So you kind of have to tell everybody on your side that you got engaged because there's nothing that signifies per the male side that you got engaged. But then the female side, obviously, Jenna, she has the ring. Mm-hmm. And all she has to do is just do this, put her hand in front of the person, mm-hmm. and they know already. So
yeah.
She was met with more squealing screams than I was. So, but I was okay with that because my ears are fragile. My ears are mm-hmm. fragile. So
yeah, you I could just imagine like you're just holding them real like, is hey, proposed. They're like, nice.
I know it's kind of odd because there's some that knew, and I kind of have to be like, so like I finally asked, and then then it clicks, and they're like, oh, that's so cool. Work was very kind to me in terms of this celebration. It wasn't huge, but just a nice little card and some morning stuff for our meeting that we frequently have. So it was cool. It was good. So But yeah, I don't want to say it's more serious now. But I mean,
I would hope it's more serious. You're engaged.
Well, it's not like this magical dust spun around and now you're somebody completely different. Like,
well, no.
Jenna and I, we still have breakfast in the morning. We still go to bed at night. We kiss each other goodnight, say I love you. I don't know. I think saying fiance is pretty cool. Like, introducing, oh, this is my fiance Jenna. That's something that I have to be very mindful of. And like,
I was gonna say, did you catch yourself not saying that yet?
I think every time I shake hands or like say hello, I'm kind of like, hi, I'm Mike. And then if Jen is with me, I'm like, okay, I have to say fiance. And I think there's like a pause in between. I'm like, and this is my fiance Jenna. So
at least you're not like, hi, I'm fiance. This is my Mike Jenna.
So yeah, it's honestly, it's been cool. It's been great. A suggestion to all out there. Obviously we made it social media official, but at the same time, letting those that are close to you know first. So obviously, Matt, you got the FaceTime call, obviously, calling your parents, calling whoever family members that are close, in order for that to them to know first. And then you can figure out the whole social media thing, because it does not stop. Like, I think we're recording our podcast right now, and I think we posted two days ago, and there's already a new notification.
Yeah, no, I saw the amount of comments you guys had. That's wild. Absolutely wild.
Luckily, I was grilling and my phone was about to die, so I put it on the charger, and I was kind of escaping for that.
Was your phone just lit up for like an hour straight?
Well, Matt, I think I shared this with you. I don't get Instagram notifications.
That's helpful.
What also helpful hint, if you collaborate with the person on the post, they don't get two separate notifications. Like, it all goes into one. So luckily we were able to funnel it all. Yeah, I mean, I could say my phone was buzzing. Like, there wasn't a time when the red little number was not on Facebook. There was always a new one that popped up. So yeah, it was good. It's good. Thank God I don't do social media full time anymore. And that was like not in the middle of a campaign or anything like that. So, oh
gosh, can you imagine? That would have been epic.
Crisis communication in the middle of an engagement announcement.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm happy for us.
Why?
I'm happy. Well, let's get into it. You said I have some hot takes, not hot takes, but just like some different ways to look at it.
All right.
It's a big moment for you. It's also a big moment for me.
Why?
Well, there's a few things. It's always, I've been getting some congratulations on my co-host getting engaged. So that's really, that doesn't matter. But people have reached out and said, congratulations. I'm happy that your co-host is engaged. I was like, thank you. It's a big moment. Like, it's very, very awesome. The more important thing now, I don't want to make an assumption. However,
yes.
What?
Yes.
What does yes mean?
Yes.
Okay. So I guess this is another question. What's off limits in my best man speech?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God. Well, I've always I had to not coach, but I had to witness a speech. I shouldn't say best man speech, but I had to witness a speech. Somebody very close to me. Anytime that delivers an inside joke that nobody else gets, that's when things go awry.
Like bad.
Kind of something that you and I only know.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't
realize you are presenting in front of a group of
a whole people. Yes. Yes. I wouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
Probably.
I trust you. That's my response.
I would hope so. Yes, I would hope so.
I need to review your speech 48 hours before.
And we're done. I will say I'm upset for two reasons with you. One, you now put a lot of pressure on myself to now propose to April. So thanks for that.
You don't have to.
No, but now I'm just getting asked all the time. So thank you. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, it gets better after that, because then you get asked, so you have a date yet? It's like
yeah. How many times have you gotten that one?
Too many.
That's
Way too many to
got to be the
count.
worst. What's the worst? This is the next question before I continue. What's the worst thing about being engaged? Has anyone reached out and be like, can't wait for the wedding? And in your head, you're like, oh, you're not coming.
How do I word this? I think assumptions are true.
Okay.
However, it is not in the same modality, the same format as a traditional assumption, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
The worst thing about being engaged, I think obviously there's the expectation of spending. Like there is going to come a lot of spending for that. I mean, not that it is becoming a burden, but obviously there is a future expense that is coming your way.
Okay. All right. I only have, so the second reason I'm mad at you is it really made me question if we're best friends. Because why wouldn't you propose to me instead? Your thoughts?
Taxes, man.
Tax. Exactly. Duh.
So I thought you were going to follow up with, why didn't I tell you before it was going to happen?
That too.
Which I did. I will hand up. I did. So I was going to tell you when we were recording the weeks before.
Yeah.
So I think it was the 2 weeks before. Jenna was home when we were futzing around.
Okay.
And I did not. I had a very small paper trail. Like when it came to photos, when it came to text messages, like I barely said anything to anybody. Like you had to be on. I could have called you, but whatever.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Put the blame on Jenna. I like it.
No, I mean, hey, if it doesn't work out, Matt, you're next in line. So.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, this is a little game we're gonna play quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna name 3 things, and I just want you to pick which one you like best. Okay. Nashville.
Shit.
Let's see. Let's go the Poconos.
Okay.
And I'll give you 4. Vegas is the third one.
Frick.
And let's just say, I don't know. Let's go like Boston.
Those are very unique.
Thank you. That's just totally random off the top of my head. They have no significance. What are your thoughts?
Vegas, I'm not too. While I say that,
are you going to Vegas?
No.
Oh,
Nashville sounds fun.
Okay. All right. I agree. I also think Nashville sounds fun.
Also, Nashville's kind of cool, but I also don't mind a simple location.
Okay. All right. I don't know what that means, but okay. Yeah. Last thing, and this is, I guess, just food for thought.
Okay.
How much PTO should I say for your wedding?
I think we're planning. So still up in the air. It will be traditional, but not as traditional. So I think we're hoping to take a couple days before. Yeah. I don't think the whole week. Okay. That's just for the wedding day.
That's for the wedding. What do you mean?
Like you said, how many PTO days?
How many PTO days should I take off for your wedding?
I would say maybe 3 or 2.
Okay. All right. I can budget that in.
I'd say 2.
I'll pencil 2. All right. That's
2.
Fine. Okay.
2 minimum.
Okay. I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Anything else you want to plan for me? So I have it audibly documented.
No, listen, this is also the beauty of engagement. We have so much content now. That is a joke, Jenna. I want you to know that is a joke.
Matt is not even going to speak. He's just going to play snippets from the podcast.
That's right.
Mike's very intelligent. Just listen to how far he can think he can throw a baseball using football fields. 2?
God. Could you imagine? That'd be incredible.
Not off limits,
I have one more question. What are the % chances we record something at your wedding? You can say 0. That's fine. I be prepared.
Look, if we keep doing this,
yeah,
because technology's been a pain in the ass to us the last few weeks.
Correct.
We might have a podcast before the day before the wedding. I'm just putting that there is a chance that we're going to have an episode and then the next day is a wedding. So just to keep that in mind.
Oh yeah. That'd be crazy. All right. Jokes aside, congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Love you both. Happy for you both. It's an exciting time.
Going to the chapel and gonna get me. No.
Will you be having a dry wedding?
What?
Will you be having a dry wedding?
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's not okay. I figured. I just, Yeah, you have to ask.
Is this podcast dry? Absolutely not.
I don't even have a water or anything with me. Oh man. All right. Well,
sorry I took a lot of selfishness in the first half. Well, I should say the first part of the show.
No, that's okay. I mean, I will listen. I'm assuming if the day ever comes for me, which it will, hopefully will. We'll do the same thing. Yes, and you can also. I would like your hot takes and your questions.
It will.
Yes, it will. All right, we will finish off the show. Slide on into the second half. Some buy or sell. Mike, I have a crap ton, so I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, lovely. I have a little ton.
Okay.
I'm selling, and I am ready for this heat. I am selling Riverside.fm.
Yeah.
I am just sorry. It's thrown out. It's laid out. We're ready for it. So due to, let's just say, some of the rigidity in my new schedule, I wanted to find an alternative solution for Matthew and I to continue the podcast. We say, hey, this is great. Let's try a platform that we could both work on things together. We don't have to be sending files back and forth. So we try Riverside.fm. Doesn't work. It's unreliable. There was a few instances. Actually, 2 of the episodes that we recorded were audio only because the video was so far off the synced timeline audio that we had to resort to audio so that way the editing could be done much quicker and we could get it out in time. The second thing, customer service, I swear to God, you guys are a bunch of robots.
What happened?
I am still trying to get our refund processed.
I thought it went through.
Did it? Did you get something back?
No, but I thought you said it was.
No, it was processing. Like you could check the email, you could check our business email, and the conversation's there. But I asked, just before we got on the show, I typed in, how long does my refund take? And it says 14 business days. So I know we're a little ahead of the game.
Yeah.
However, it wasn't concluded that, we're going to process your refund. Thank you so much. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Also, too, if Riverside.fm was quick enough to say, yeah, we'll process your refund because you're having issues, shouldn't that raise a red flag for something?
Yeah, that's a great point. So, when you texted me that it was being processed, I was like, wait, that was sheer minutes. That was crazy. Yeah, in theory, it should have been great. It's terrible. Yeah, it was unfortunate. And are you ready for this? Hey, Riverside FM, ready for this? We disavow. We disavow Riverside FM.
You're right next to Hitler, racism, sexism,
and whatever the hell we disavowed last week because I don't remember.
Riverside
FM. You're on the list, bitch.
Yeah. So unfortunately, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. I think our new format still good to work with.
Yes. So. And I think it made us realize we just need to have a better system, which I think we will have a better system regardless of what we use.
Yep. So if any podcasting companies out there want to help us out and keep this good content rolling, reach us out. funnybusinessentertainment@gmail.com. That's the business email.
Yeah. Listen, as fast as we turn to Riverside, we will jump on your backs so quick.
We will ride that.
We will ride it to the moon.
To the moon. Yeah. But anyway, I'm buying Windows Open. Matt, we had a Windows Open. Open the windows.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a Microsoft new Windows opening software. I was like, what did I miss?
Open the windows.
Yes. No, I'm
buying them. This morning, we're having some hot and just sexy days ahead of us.
Yeah.
This is the first podcast I think that my attire is appropriate to the weather. Sorry, we might have to flag this for mature audiences only because the guns are out, everybody.
Listen, it's a good thing I'm sitting. I don't have underwear on.
Hey, you're glad I have a tank top on or else this show would be canceled. But anyway, with that calls, having the fans on too, I'll also double it. I will buy one, get one free. Buying window fans on We have some ceiling fans that we have both in the kitchen and the living room. We're able to turn those on lately. And with the windows open, Jenna and I had a very pleasant, cool breakfast this morning with the fan going, the windows open. We are very excited because we kind of hopped into the warmer weather halfway through when it was warm in our new apartment. So we look forward to kind of spending a little bit more time in the warmth at our current place to be able to enjoy ourselves.
Do you ever think how privileged you are to have ceiling fans?
Or just like air conditioning in general?
Yeah, we don't have ceiling fans.
Oh.
So yesterday, was it? I think we had the windows open. That wasn't enough. It was 80 degrees in our apartment. So I was like, you know what? We got to put the air on.
It also doesn't help too that you're up a floor too.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm getting specific. You're not the ground floor.
No.
So heat rises and you being higher, that doesn't help. So that's
I love the weather though. Love the weather.
Oh, dude, finally able to walk outside and go to work without a jacket on is beautiful.
Well, I honestly, I've been doing that for a month. I just gave up wearing a jacket. The whole like the later half of March, like early April, I was like, I'm not wearing a jacket. I'm just
you dog.
No, this is raw dog hit. All right, so I have a lot of buy or sell, so let's jump in. Mike, I know you're not a big NFL guy. However, I'm buying Caleb Williams. Who is Caleb Williams, Matt asked? I think it is a quarterback that we should adopt, and we should make him our own, and we should be Caleb Williams stans. Caleb Williams was the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft past weekend. Mike, he's getting a lot of hate just because he's good and he's a Gen Z guy. So I think we need to stand up. So number 1 reason he gets hate, he paints his fingernails.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. No, people are dissing him for painting his fingernails.
Holy boomers.
Yeah, they're saying he just has too big of a personality, which, what does that have to do with anything? The funniest thing I saw, someone tried to say he's going to be, tried to talk about his personality in reference to how he's going to be in the NFL.
Right.
They referenced him as Prince the artist and said he's going to be the Prince of NFL quarterbacks. What are your thoughts on that? Because I have a spin zone that I heard from someone else that they're absolutely correct.
I thought Prince was actually like he was a good artist.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
Like
no,
that's kind of why I'm like sitting here. I'm like, he's a good artist.
He's
like,
phenomenal. Yeah. I think it was the part of my take guys pointed out like if he ends up being like Prince, he's going to win like 3 Super Bowls.
Where did he get drafted to? Remind me.
The Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Bears.
It would have been so funny if it was like the Minnesota Vikings, and then like he get drafted to that because they wear purple. Purple rain.
Oh God.
Purple rain.
That would have been awesome.
See, I know colors.
You do know. Great. Good job. However, I think we needed to start defending Caleb Williams, and I think we should be Caleb Williams guys.
I'm all for it.
Okay, cool. So anytime there's a negative news story, I'll bring it up and we will defend him.
All right.
I'm also buying Dave & Buster's. Did you see the Dave & Buster's news today?
No.
Mike, what's the best part about Dave & Buster's?
The games.
The games, yeah.
Yeah.
Games. You know what they just added to it? Gambling.
No.
Through their app, reward members can now place friendly $5 wagers against their friends on arcade games. That is awesome.
Be careful there, Matt.
That's $5.
$5 is $5.
$5 is $5. That's fact or fiction.
God.
Yeah, this is electric. Are people probably going to take it way too far and probably going to get arrested in Dave & Buster's? Absolutely. Is that going to make the thrill of going to Dave & Buster's even bigger? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We should go to Dave & Buster's. There's one by me.
And bet.
We should just go to Dave & Buster's.
Oh, yeah. I've only been to a Dave & Buster's once. So I'm looking to revisit.
There's one literally like 10 minutes from my apartment.
No, I know exactly where that one is.
Yes. Oh, it's awesome. It's great. Onto the sell. I have 4.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm selling missing alligators.
Okay.
Now, I need to find an update on the story. Mike, do you remember Wally, the emotional support alligator from a couple months ago?
Sure.
He was denied entrance.
Yes.
Into the Phillies.
Yes.
Oh, we do have an update. Wonderful.
God.
Yes, he was missing for a while.
Missing.
So now, hold up. As of 11 hours ago on 6 ABC Philly, Wally, the emotional support alligator, has been released into a swamp. He was stolen during a trip in Georgia. This is wild. This is breaking news.
Okay, yeah.
Stolen in a trip in Georgia, was taken while they were in Brunswick, Georgia. Wally was then left in someone's yard to scare them. The trapper was then called and captured Wally. The emotional support animal was then released into a swamp with roughly 20 other alligators. That's horrible.
That's so sad.
Justice for Wally. That's crazy.
He was nominated for America's Favorite Pet last year.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome. And I had some takes that I now can't say because the story took a turn I didn't see.
That's so sad.
Yeah. Also, they should have let him in the stadium. He's an emotional support alligator. He's not going to hurt anyone. What would you do if we went to a Phillies game and sat next to an alligator?
I'd be cool with it. As long as it didn't bite me.
Yeah, be awesome.
I need a waiver.
it's taking a picture with just drinking a Miller Lite next to an alligator.
I'm cool with that.
The engagement on that is awesome. All right, I'm also selling cheese poles.
Cheese balls?
No, cheese poles.
Cheese poles.
It's like cheese poles. Have you seen that? You know what a cheese pole is?
No,
So a cheese pole, it's now a viral thing where like if people test a cheese pole of a pizza, like they pull up a slice of pizza to see the yeah, I hate them. They're so overrated. Because I have a hot take. Yeah, I like cheese too, right? But here's my hot take. If it has a good cheese pole, it's so hard to eat.
Yeah. It'll gunked up.
Yeah, it's all gunked up. Like it's too much cheese, too chewy. Like I'd rather my cheese taste good, but not be super pulley.
I get it.
Yeah. I'm selling box tops.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah. You know what's bullshit about box tops?
Did somebody embezzle money?
Nope. It's even worse.
Did all those count after all those did all those not count after all those years of submitting
It's even worse.
Are they not being put on boxes anymore?
It's put on boxes. It's worse than that.
Do you have to have 5 box tops to count as one?
Nope. It's worse.
Oh, okay. What is it?
You know how you submit a box top?
Yeah, you scan it.
A QR code.
Yeah, you scan it.
That's horseshit. That is absolutely horseshit. What happened to the good old days of just ripping off the box top, piling them in, and you send them in via the good old USPS mail? Where are we in this country? Why does everything have to be a QR code? I mean, where's the fun of just mailing something in? You know, now you have an app to vote for American Idol, and now you have a QR code for box tops. Like, where's the fun in this? That's not fun.
You okay over there?
No, I'm very mad.
Sound a little boomerish over there.
Are you saying that wasn't fun, ripping off box tops and sending them in?
I think I have a little bit of a traumatic experience because my mom was part of the Parent Teachers Association for my school.
I've never heard anyone have a traumatic experience about box tops.
That's the title of this episode. Mike's traumatic experience with box tops. I'd always remember after school, PTA would always help cut box tops and they'd put them together and then I'd have to spend after school with my mom putting them together. So maybe that's why I have a little bit more of a traumatic experience, but I'm okay with it. Because let me tell you, at least they're properly using a QR code because there's many assholes out there that don't know how to utilize a QR code.
That is true, but there's just some things that we can't change. I mean, this is crossing the line. I mean, listen, if this isn't talked about at the next presidential debate, this country is through the toilet. School lunches, recess, computers in class. It's absolutely ridiculous. I was looking forward to one day teaching my future kid to cut out box tops, and now it's just nothing.
Come on.
What do you mean? Come on,
Matt. We're gonna be talking about when we were your age, we had multiple streaming services. Now there's just one streaming service, and even before that, our grandparents they used to have cable. It's gonna happen.
I would be okay if streaming services went away. We just had paid for cable again.
You paid for cable.
Yeah. If they made cable more affordable or just added everything, that'd be awesome. And finally, I am selling I'm selling the Los Angeles Lakers, but I'm also selling being a fake sports fan. So the Los Angeles Lakers eliminated from the playoffs. And the 24 hours afterwards have been interesting. So we'll get to the Lakers part first. Mike, it's rumored that Darvin Ham, the head coach, is going to get fired. Big surprise.
Okay, big surprise.
He had a quote today.
Okay.
Someone asked him on him being criticized for not having a consistent rotation. This was the quote: If you're coaching a team and one of your starters is like 10 games in a row just shitting the bed, what are you supposed to do?
Change what?
I'll say it again. If you're coaching a team and one of your starters is 10 games in a row just shitting the bed, what are you supposed to do?
Swap him out. Be a coach.
He just absolutely threw his team under the bus.
What?
Sounds like he's getting fired.
Yeah, sounds like it to me.
But that's not the craziest take of the Lakers season. Who do we go to but Mayor Karen Bass of the city of Los Angeles? She, of course, as every mayor does when your team gets eliminated, you go to Twitter, you go to X, tweeted a photo of the Lakers team huddling up. Mike, what do you think this caption could say?
Thank you, Laker Nation. We love you, LA Lakers. LA was all behind you.
That's all would be good things. Yes. Okay. Mayor Karen Bass tweeted at Mayor of LA, in case you want to look it up. Tough season, but at least we won the in-season tournament. Proud of our team at Lakers. Oh
my God.
One of the funniest tweets of the year. And just it's a typical politician, doesn't watch, doesn't know sports, just tries to make a comment, doesn't do sports. Just the exact opposite of what you want to say.
That's tough.
That is tough. I don't know if there's anything worse a mayor could say.
Let's not get into that, shall we?
Well, regarding a sports team.
I was going to say a politician. There's a lot of bad things that people can say. I learned today that a politician shot their 18-month-old dog and goat in the matter of like a span of 2 days because the dog wasn't obedient in going duck hunting, when like literally your a year and a half old dog is being disobedient. It's like, why would you? Anyway, that's beyond me.
Yeah. That is my buy or sell.
Lovely. Wonderful. Excellent. Academic. Pristine.
Informative.
Hilarious.
Breathtaking.
Topical.
Some may say.
Breathtaking. Sexy. Humble episode of the Funny Business Podcast. Neurotic or erotic?
Erotic.
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Afterpod. That concludes another episode. Any chance you want to see all of our social media, you can find that at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. There you can find all of our good stuff from our merchandise, our live streaming, all that good. Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
Do not drink too much tequila for Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is on Sunday. Let's make sure we're okay to go to work on Monday. And a little part 2 advice. Don't forget to get your Mother's Day present, because Mother's Day is next weekend. Third piece of advice, I'm just rolling off the tongue right now. Gamble responsibly. Kentucky Derby is tomorrow as it relates to this episode. If you have a big hat, it's a good time to wear it.
Amen.
I will be betting on, hold on. I did look up the names of the Kentucky Derby, of the horses. They absolutely suck. However, there is one good one. Mike, you're going to love the name of this horse. I just got to find it. Track Phantom.
Track Phantom.
It's an awesome name for a horse.
Interesting.
That's all I got.
Interessante. May all you best of luck, Track Phantoms out there. Good luck with your bets. Gamble responsibly. Enjoy yourself. Tell somebody that you love them. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.